Where is Kobe on your all-time list?
Easily top 10, probably top 5. He's not my GOAT because he's number 2 as an off guard. He didn't eclipse Jordan. So because he didn't eclipse Jordan, he's number 2.
Wow. Kobe Bryant. Where's Kobe Bryant?
I'd put him, he's in my top 10.
What the f***?
Huh? Top 10?
What kind of s*** is that?
There's Shaquille O'Neal, and there's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and there's Magic Johnson.
You think that Kobe Bryant is anywhere between 7 and 11?
Where do you have him?
I got him at 11. That's why I have him.
What?
Yes, I have him outside the top 10. Yes.
11.
James,
Keep
Jordan,
going.
Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Magic, Bird, Duncan, Olajuwon, Diesel. Those are the 10 guys that I had him. With that being said, now
what the hell?
They called him selfish, said he couldn't win without Shaq, and insisted he'd never live up to Jordan. For years, the media picked apart Kobe Bryant's every move, questioning his legacy, doubting his greatness, and comparing him unfavorably to the next generation's rising star. ESPN analysts were ready to anoint LeBron James as the league's future before he'd even earned a championship ring. The narrative seemed decided. LeBron was the future, and Kobe was the past. But what they overlooked was this: the Mamba mentality doesn't bend to anyone's story. It creates its own.
Where is Kobe on your all-time list?
Easily top 10, probably top 5. He's not my GOAT because he's number 2 as an off guard. He didn't eclipse Jordan. So because he didn't eclipse Jordan, he's number 2. And because we're making the argument about LeBron in terms of his versatility, being a guy that can play 4 different positions, being a point forward, being a guy that's a 27-point per game scorer, and kind of things that he's been able to do. But LeBron's resume, in a lot of people's eyes, 10 NBA Finals, 4 MVPs, 4 championships. I look at Kobe, and even though I would rather have Kobe, particularly in tight situations, but when you talk about the off-guard position, I think it's MJ and then it's Kobe. My attitude was Kobe's number 2 off guard, so automatically I didn't think about him as the GOAT.
Let's get real about what truly counts in the NBA. It's not the regular season awards, the record books, or those flashy triple-doubles. When the lights are brightest and history is being written, there's only one thing that defines greatness: championship rings. And when you do the math, it's simple. Kobe Bryant, 5 rings. LeBron James, 4. Case closed, right? Yet somehow, the debate still refuses to die.
As much as I like LeBron, and he's one of the greatest I've seen, why do they just brush him past Kobe Bryant?
I was just about to say that.
You know, because, you get these guys always say, well, Charles ain't on this list because he don't have a ring. That's fair. I accept that. But Kobe's got 5 rings, and he's the closest I've seen to Michael Jordan. Why? Because we're living in the moment. And he's got 2 more rings than LeBron. In my top 5, Kobe's number 6, LeBron is number 7. Listen, and that's no disrespect, but I'm not going to move LeBron past Kobe. I don't think that's fair.
The disrespect began early. Critics claimed Kobe was just along for the ride, nothing more than Shaq's sidekick, rubbing to the Big Diesel's Batman. The media ran with that story, sold it hard, and made everyone believe it. But when Shaq left town, Kobe didn't fold. He didn't chase another superstar or jump ship to form a super team. He stayed in Los Angeles, carried the franchise on his shoulders, and delivered 2 more championships, back-to-back, this time as the unquestioned leader, the true alpha, proving everyone wrong.
I don't want this conversation. When I retire, I don't want people to say, okay, he only won because of Shaq. As unfair as that is, Magic never won without Cap, right? Michael never won without Scottie. Here I am getting stuck with this argument, which is not fair, but yet this is the argument people will make, and I'm not okay with that. So therefore I knew, okay, I gotta go.
When the road got rocky in Cleveland, what did LeBron do? He mapped out his escape plan, the decision. Who could forget that 1-hour TV spectacle where he announced to the world he was leaving his hometown team to join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami? That move birthed the NBA's first modern super team. Yet even with all that star power, LeBron still fell short in his first finals with the Heat. Kobe, on the other hand, never needed a dramatic TV special or a superstar alliance. He stayed in Los Angeles, carried the weight of the franchise himself, and bled purple and gold for 20 straight years.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Why?
Like I said before, I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to win and to win for multiple years. And not only just to win in the regular season or just to win 5 games in a row or 3 games in a row. I want to be able to win championships, and I feel like I can compete down.
Let's take a moment to talk about loyalty. Kobe Bryant spent 20 straight years with one franchise, the Los Angeles Lakers. Through championships and heartbreak, playoff runs and lottery seasons, injuries and endless criticism, he never walked away. From his first game to his unforgettable final night, Kobe wore purple and gold with pride. That kind of loyalty is almost extinct in today's NBA. Meanwhile, LeBron's path tells a different story. Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland, then off to Los Angeles. 4 stops if you count his second run with the Cavs. Always searching for the smoothest route to another ring, always assembling or joining the next super team instead of building one from the ground up.
The greatest who's ever wore the purple and gold. For 20 years, he thrilled us. He made us scratch our head. What did we just see? What did we just witness? And he gave us 5 NBA championships.
Now here's where things get really interesting. Let's take a closer look at those championships. Kobe Bryant's 5 rings didn't come easy. They came against some of the fiercest competition the league has ever seen. In 2000, he battled Reggie Miller and the Pacers. In 2001, he took down Allen Iverson at the height of his powers. Then came Jason Kidd's Nets in 2002, and when critics claimed he couldn't win without Shaq, Kobe silenced them by defeating Dwight Howard's Magic in 2009 and the Celtics' Big Three in 2010. That 2010 finals win, that was personal. It wasn't just about another trophy, it was redemption. Game 7, against the very team that humiliated the Lakers 2 years earlier, with the entire world watching, Kobe stood tall and delivered when it mattered most. Now let's take a look at LeBron's championship journey. His first 2 titles came in Miami alongside Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. His third, in Cleveland, but only after Kyrie Irving nailed the most clutch shot in franchise history. And his 4th arrived in the bubble, with Anthony Davis, one of the league's top 5 players, by his side. Every championship LeBron has won came with another superstar carrying part of the weight. That's not luck, and it's not coincidence. That's a clear pattern.
Basketball on the court, complicated shots, shooting over taller opponents, footwork with extraordinary grace, the elan vital of the athletic balladry that he put on that court. I think there has been nobody better than Kobe Bryant. I think with the kind of will to win and playing through injury. Here's Michael Jordan. He's sick in one game, has a temperature. Scottie Pippen has to take him off the court. Oh my God, look at him. This man played with a broken finger and won a championship, had to rotate the ball off of the broken finger. I'm not denying the genius of Michael Jordan. I'm saying Kobe Bean Bryant, in my estimation, was the greatest basketball player. Studied the game, was a student of the game, worked harder than anybody else, including Jordan, to do what he did. That's why I think he's the greatest of all time.
What truly set Kobe apart from everyone else, even LeBron, was his killer mentality. Kobe played through injuries that would sideline most players for months. Torn ligaments in his shooting hand, he kept going. A fractured finger, still played. Sprained ankle, barely missed a game. And then came April 12, 2013, a moment that defined who he was. Kobe tore his Achilles tendon, one of the worst injuries an athlete can suffer. But instead of giving up, he limped to the free throw line, calmly sank both shots, and walked off the court on his own. That wasn't just toughness. That was the essence of the Mamba mentality. A mindset that refused to break, no matter the pain.
As tough as he is, he was writhing in pain. So if you see Kobe writhing in pain, then you know it hurts.
Yeah.
And dislocations hurt.
Yeah.
And he had there's different degrees of dislocations. Mm-hmm. And if you can see my face, I really had to put a lot of traction on that bone to get it back in place. That's how dislocated it was. Mm-hmm. I put it in, as soon as I did, you could just see that his pain went away. Anybody else would have still been in pain, but he
walked right back on the court.
Yeah, before I could even tape it, because I wanted to tape it, he was already gone.
Now compare that to LeBron's approach. The infamous cramping in the finals, the dramatic exits when things didn't go his way, the load management, and the selective bursts of effort during the regular season. LeBron plays with calculation and strategy, always thinking about longevity and preserving his body. Kobe, on the other hand, was pure intensity, raw, relentless, and willing to give every ounce of himself every single night. That's the difference. LeBron was respected, but Kobe, he was feared. Because when you stepped on the cart against him, you knew he was coming for your soul.
I just don't get it. What was the purpose of him just showing up in street clothes? You're not going to play. I did not agree with this decision, guys. I thought LeBron in this situation was selfish. He knew he wasn't going to play. He could have did exactly what Giannis did. Show up, put the uniform on. I'm here to support you guys, but I'm not going to play. The mere fact that he got on a flight and had to fly, and he's talking about his ankle and foot discomfort, the swelling goes on when you're up in the air. I did not agree with LeBron's decision. He showed up late. If you're not going to play, give someone else an opportunity to fill that spot. I disagree with LeBron's decision on this one.
Let's hear it from the players who know what greatness really looks like. Charles Barkley, never afraid to speak his mind, has always ranked Kobe ahead of LeBron. In his words, Kobe had that killer instinct. He wanted to rip your heart out. LeBron wants to be your friend. And that's not just a hot take. That's coming from someone who battled both on the court, someone who understands what true competition feels like at the highest level.
Remember when Kobe ran and hit Pau Gasol right at the start of the Olympic game against Spain? And that guy, it was like family to him. Pau Gasol talks about Kobe Bryant like they were brothers now. And Kobe went and did that just to send the message. LeBron doesn't have that in him. LeBron is the guy flopping, not the guy running people over. And I think Kobe was greater than LeBron.
So where did you get the killer instinct from as a basketball player? Because for me, I used to go on the Army base, and being the big kid, I used to have to play with the big guys. So they used to throw me around and beat me up. Where did you get your killer instinct from?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of it had to do with isolation. Growing up over there and being the only African-American kid. Not being able to speak the language, I gravitated towards the game. And in that game, you find a lot of, you find solace.
Tony Parker, who went head-to-head with both icons in the playoffs, didn't hesitate when asked to rank them. Jordan first, Kobe second, LeBron third. Let that sink in. Parker's Spays didn't just beat LeBron's Heat in 2014, they dismantled them. Yet when it came to the toughest competitor he ever faced, Kobe stood above the rest. Why? Because Kobe brought something different to the floor, an intensity, an aura, a fear factor that LeBron simply never had.